Hey everyone, so this is Mrs. Lopes, and I just want to introduce you to the different jobs that we have in the BTV studio. So the first section we have is the writing group. The writing group is responsible for all the content, all the material, including the script, the slideshow, and the shot sheet, so that the people in the tech area, which is this, know what they're doing. Okay, so if you want to be in charge of the show, the who, what, when, and why, and how we do things, you want to be in the writing group. Okay, it's a lot of work, but also a lot of fun, and it's probably the most important job, because without the writing group, we don't have a show. Okay. The next section is the tech people. Okay. Now, without the tech people, we also don't have a show. So everybody's important in this. This is the people who put the sound on, the visuals, the audio, the teleprompter, all of that. So the first thing we have is this right here, which is the audio. And you're responsible to make sure that the people in the talent group, which is the people that are on air, have a microphone that plugs into one of these. It's called an XLR cable. This is where we keep the microphones. All right, some of them are handheld like this. They have on-off switches, so make sure they're on. These are lapel mics, so they attach them to their mask. And then once we make sure they're plugged in, we actually have them test it by saying test 1, 2, or have them say the Pledge of Allegiance. This is a mixer board, so for each microphone channel, you can mute or unmute and adjust their volume to make sure that we can hear them. All right, we also are responsible, the audio engineer puts on the music in the morning, and if we have Jeopardy or anything like that, we open up those channels so that we can hear the Jeopardy song if we have a quiz. And if we have something, say a video or one of these stingers, you're responsible for making sure that the audio is open so we can hear it. Okay? All right. That brings me to this, which is the video engineer. So video engineer comes in the morning or comes in at rehearsal, goes to our BTV page right there. Okay, opens up our show for whatever day it is, opens up the slideshow, and then once you have the slideshow open, you'll go to present, and then whatever we have here shows up on here. Okay, so this is called source 4 for whoever does the switcher, and it also creates the backgrounds, it creates the intros, the breaks in between the different segments, everything. So this is a really important job. The hardest part about this is that you have to pay attention to the pacing of the people on air and make sure that you're with the teleprompter. For example, if there's a, let's see, this one for example, they talk about a puzzle. So you would have to listen for the vocal cue puzzle before you go to that part of the slide. So it's just making sure that you are working with the rest of the group to make sure that we're all together. Okay, so a lot of listening on that. Next thing is teleprompter. Okay, so you go here. Sorry about the shaky camera work. You would go into a script. So you would go to a show, open up the document. You would copy the script. As you can see, I already did this before. And then you would paste it into here. Okay, this program right here is down here. You would open that up, paste the document in there, and then when you press this, it begins teleprompting. It is controlled by the mouse, and then the right click is stop or go. The left click is forwards or backwards. So if I have it go again, and then I left click, it'll go backwards. Say that somebody forgot to say something and I need to back up. Usually this doesn't happen in a show, but it does happen in rehearsal all the time. So that is what we got. So I'm playing it, I'm gonna go forward, I'm gonna slow it down by moving the ball here, and that changes the speed of the text. Okay? So it's pretty much just really listening and not running the script until you know that the person's microphone is on and the director says cue and they're ready to go. All right, so that's the teleprompter. It's a really important job. This one is called the switcher, and this is Some people find this intimidating, but you shouldn't, because it's very logical. Okay, if you can play a Nintendo Switch, you can play Switcher. So each one of these buttons, the red mean that's what's on air, that is active. So we don't really want to touch the red if we don't have to. What we should be doing is programming in the green line, because that's our preview screen. Okay, so if I have, say I have my host ready to go, I'm gonna press auto, and now I have my host on air. Okay, so I'm gonna clear everything out. I have just my host right there, and now my next person that's gonna be on air is my, I don't know, my special person. So I'm gonna have special, so I'm gonna have them on a green screen, so I'm gonna press camera 2. Now we're gonna go background key tie, because I'm actually gonna have them with my, let's say it's my sports person and they have a background. I'm gonna put them with source 4. So now those two things are tied together. So if I had someone on camera and I press auto, that's this button here, it'll do this. And now it moves over. And if I had somebody in the other studio with me, you would see them on air with this background. Okay, so that's how we do the green screen effect. And that seems complicated, but I guarantee you do it once or twice, you'll be fine. Adjusting the cameras, up here you have 1, 2, and 3. That correlates with camera 1, 2, and 3. This dB gain, that's how much brightness is on the camera. And then for making sure that the green screen works, there's this thing called macros and you do this before we start any rehearsals. So I'll show you how to do all of that. It seems complicated, but I guarantee it's just a couple of combinations and anyone can do it. All right, so that is the tech room. Those are the 4 main things that we have in here. All right, the next part is the talent room. All right, this is the studio. The first thing I want to talk about is we do need camera operators. And the camera operator tells everybody, you know, you keep this headphone on, and once the director tells you that the microphone is on, that the screen is on, and they tell you cue host, cue special, cue sports, you make sure that that person is looking at you, you give them a big cue, and then they know it's time for them to talk. Okay, so that is the camera operator, and you also are responsible for adjusting the cameras to make sure that we see our person very clearly, that everybody's in the shot. Then we just have our talent group, who you read the script. You are the personality, you are the face of the show. So you represent us well. If you are going to be on a green screen, do not wear green because it becomes see-through. So not see-through, but you know, as if you are not there. So don't wear green when you're on the screen. All right, and that's about it. So talent people, you're responsible for making sure the microphones get back in the box and for reading your script. And if you see that something is missing when you get to school or you get to practice, it is your job to go into the script and fix it. Okay, so that's one of the things. All right, so that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy. I look forward to working with you very soon.